Sup? I was going to play that. I should have put that on loop and then done the countdown. That's okay. I just thought it might. Let's see. How many hours do I got to do uh, this week? That's the question. Let me look at the content. Look at the live streams. Let's see. That was the 10th. That today is the 13th. So that was this week. Um, Let me look at how many hours that got. 0.76. So 7 hours maybe. All right. So that means I need 70 hours possibly. I don't know. Again, I don't know why I'm working on the. Hey, Skip, good to see you. I'm just trying to do some real quick figuring. I should have done this probably beforehand. Let me go through and put the link on there. If somebody wants to come up and join, they're welcome to. Let me go through, and I got to let Otis in. Let me pin that comment to the top. Thank you for coming in, Skip. I do appreciate it, brother. See, pin the message. Pin the link. Be right back. It's always one thing and then another over here. Come on, Otis. Otis probably a little bit manipulative tonight. Nikki's in heat. So, hey, I understand. It's all good. Hey, Coyote, good to see you. Yes, please do. Keep our veterans in your prayers. I'm just going to do a little, figuring, I guess, and see where I'm at this week. I don't know why I'm not going to monetize this channel, at least not for fan funding. I will be. I'll probably monetize it for ad revenue sharing. That's just one of them things that you do. It don't amount to much. It's maybe 10, 15, $5, $10, $15 a month or something like that. Take forever to get even a single. But I'll show y'all how to figure out. At least give you some kind of an idea as to how to do what I'm doing. Just in case you're curious, I'll share the screen and we go over here. And right now, today, well, that's on the right channel. I just got to go to the YouTube studio. Today is the 7th, or is the 13th, and the last week was from the 5th to the 13th. No, from the 7th, I guess. Oh, just be quiet. I ain't going in there to pick her up because you two just be constantly at it, and I ain't got the time to pay attention to y'all today. Nikki's in heat right now, and he just keeps trying to get with her. Hey, DJ, wave your hand. All right, you're good to go, brother. How you doing, DJ? You can.
Good, Gary. How are you?
Doing well. Feel free to share the stream if you want. I was just going to show a few folks how to go through and actually figure out where they're at on their hours and that type of thing.
Yeah, and speaking of that, do you want to know what I'm at on my hours?
I know you're getting close, brother. How many hours you lacking?
2. Okay. The hours until I was 3,000. Until I get to 3,000, I need 15 more hours.
Oh wow, man, you right there at it.
Yeah.
That's so cool.
Yeah. Like that.
Well,
Really like that. So Yeah, I can't wait.
Otis, be quiet. Otis he's just all excited because Nikki's and he wants me to go get her. Hey, Peter, good to see you, brother. Old
Yes,
man King Homestead. Um, at
and
this moment, I am on this channel. I've got 1,469 hours.
yeah, you're almost, well, you're pretty much halfway down.
Yeah, about
Um,
halfway, but it doesn't really matter because I'm
I,
not doing the
I
fan funding
know,
anyhow.
yeah,
But if I look at, here's what I'm going to look at in for the next few minutes. That is from the 8th, and
mm,
we're looking from the 7th. So the 8th would qualify. Um, and let's look at what the last two, hang on.
yes,
I got started a little bit early, but since it was
yeah.
uploaded, that says 4.7. But I don't see how, well, yeah, because it was average of 3.
Well, if you wanna really see, go over to your engagement tab on the analytics. So
Go to the what?
go back to your analytics that you were just at.
Go to the
No, Gary, go back to your CEO.
hmm
Go to one of your lives,
Well, that's what I was
with,
doing, DJ.
but go to the analytics.
Okay.
Um, when you go to the analytics,
Yeah.
go to go to engagement.
Well,
Now scroll down more. It should be at the bottom.
it's not.
It,
It's right there at the
okay,
top.
then
9.5
yeah,
tells you how many watch hours I got off of this video from since it was uploaded. Right there.
okay,
So that's 9.5.
yep,
And then if you look at this one here, um, engagements, and put that since uploaded, 9.5 and 4.7.
mm,
9.5 plus 4.7.
4.7.
It means that so far this week I've had 14.2 hours on in the last 7 days. In order to reach the 4,000 hours in 365 days, which is where it starts dropping off hours, I would,
Yeah,
take the 14. You got to do 77 hours a week. So that means I'm 62 hours in the rears. I'm 62 hours from hitting it, um, which means that I'm behind this week. So,
yeah. Now I and I'm just going off of mine. I'm telling you what I average for actually. I average between 24. Well, no, I average between 20 and 24 hours per life. So,
uh-huh.
um,
Now, how long is your average life?
2 hours.
Okay. So if you get
So,
between 20 and 24, you're making between 10 and 12 hours per live. Hey, Jay, good to see you. El Cap Addict, good to see you.
well,
Marine
no,
Army Mom,
no, go.
BNC
I'm,
Garden.
I'm gonna. between 20 and 24 whole life. So,
Right. Which if your average is 2 hours, then
yeah,
and you're getting 20 to 24, you're averaging between 10 and 12 per hour.
okay, yeah,
Now, if you look at, of course, your time slot that you typically go in is, around 9 o'clock Eastern, I think.
yes, on Tuesdays.
Right. And so
Correct.
I think you have to you can, if you want to look at it analytically, you can go through and look at all the different factors at what time of day it is, what time of week it is. Yeah, I mean, you can break it down and figure out basically what you're getting. But I'm just looking at overall hours, and the way you can do that is have a running total uh,
Yeah,
in your head. In this, I've just gone through and for every week you have to average 77 hours. And I realize I'm probably boring a lot of folks, and sorry about that. But you average 40 or 77 hours per week, or 10.96 hours per day of watch time in order to hit it in 365 days. So I'm looking at it from like if you were running a restaurant, all right,
yeah,
you've got what your average week does, what an average day does. You have your projections in there, and then you adjust according to what the actual tally is, whether or not you had a good day or a bad day. A good day
yeah,
will put you ahead, a bad day will put you behind. Um, but for me, after this live stream, I guess I could go and look at what I average on a Thursday night. Let's go back and look. Last on Thursday night, I think that was Thursday night. That was July the 7th. That was 7 days ago. So
yeah,
if I look at that one and I change it over to since uploaded, that gave me 27 hours. There's a good reason to believe that I could hit 27 hours tonight. Now that's assuming I go to a little over 2 hours. So of course,
yeah,
there's a lot of variables in that, whether or not it's an interesting topic, whether or not you have interesting guests. Otis, be quiet. I'm not going back there to get her because I'm not going to spend all my time trying to keep you off of her. Lola Bell, or not Lola Bell, Nicole is in heat,
yeah,
and he's upset because I come in and didn't automatically go get it, which is
yeah.
typically what I do. But I'm doing a live stream. But
No, I mean, let me just ask the basic direct question. Is it, uh, is it possible for anyone to actually reach the 4,000 hours in 365 days?
the 4,000 hours,
Yeah, yes.
certainly.
Okay.
Well, I mean, if you think about it, I've done it with Belt Loop 29. Devil Dog did it with, his. Hey, Granny, good to see you.
Yeah.
Hey, anybody on the channel, anybody in here is welcome to come up. We always welcome folks, and more than happy to have you. And if somebody wants to co-stream, they're welcome to as well.
Hey, Sarah.
Good to see you, Charlotte.
Great to see you.
I say good, you say great. You just trying to one up me, DJ. I
Uh,
just with you.
yeah, no, but
But yeah,
yeah,
well, think about it like this, DJ. If you've got, it may be to where it's unreasonable. It could get to where the numbers don't line up with reality. And, if you're doing live streams and you're only averaging, 2 people per hour, you'd have to be live almost all day, or half the day in order to hit that 11 hours, or 6 hours.
Yeah, yeah, and the reason I'm actually discovered is because for the people who don't build that community that we have.
Well, that's true. But I have,
Uh,
here's the thing, DJ. I think it depends on the individual. I mean, we've got a wonderful community here, and it's a testament to that. Hey, Steel City, good TV, good to see you.
yeah, hey,
Coyote, if you can keep it, more or less G rated, feel free. If not, I'm okay with you being in the chat. You a friend of mine. We just try to keep it, G rated. Um, but after all, my mama could pop in at some point.
yeah,
That's awesome. You know, but you can literally, if you look at it, well, I could probably draw it out easier. Here's the thing: there are people that I've gone to their live stream, um, and nobody shows up at their live stream.
yeah,
Um, Most of the time, I can think of one that I go to that it's usually me, and there may be somebody else pop in for just a moment, but then they turn around and leave.
all right,
And for that individual, for him, for him to do it, he would have to be live streaming basically 11 hours a day.
yeah,
Um, I don't think that would work real well, because if you were doing something, at least that was entertaining or informative, um, I think that you have to look at what you're doing to determine whether or not you're uh, capable of reaching the 4,000 hours within that 365 days. Now, I happen to know that you made a fairly large change, when you started gaining a lot of these hours. I mean, you had worked for a long time to own. You've been doing this, what, 11 and a half years?
yes,
All right. But almost not quite a year ago, you asked Eddie to join you on on the Insane Tune, or the Wild Tune and Insane Dog Show, right?
yes, and I mean, that I will say this, give it that more about it because Eddie has been calling the good cop bad dog show as well.
He was on the Good Cop Bad Dog Show as well. That's right. We did that for a long time.
Yeah, but I will say, Gary, the one thing that really gave me the push in watch hours
Uh huh.
and that kind of got people watching me a bit more
Uh huh.
is is that event we did last October. The, because we did a special GTPD on my
We did.
channel.
I do remember that.
Yeah,
Um,
and that gave me a big push in hours. I
yeah.
will tell you that. So,
Well, uh, something like that, I think, helps. Sometimes you have to make, in my opinion, well, Charlotte was just talking about how she gets 10 to 12 folks at a time in her live stream. If you're averaging 10 people per live stream, and you go for 2 hours, that's 20 hours. You'd have to go for Like, well, if you're getting 10, you'd need 7 hours, about 7, 8 hours a week of live streaming.
Yeah, but I could tell you whole life streams average about 3. They go on for about 3 to 6 hours. So
You know, so you're saying she gets the hours in. That sounds good.
yeah,
Well, it the content is important as far as, especially when you got folks that are trying to help you. Yeah, if you can get 10 to 12 folks that stay there for the entire time, and you're having good averages across your live stream. I've been very fortunate, and a lot of folks have tuned in and just kind of left it running. And I'm appreciative of those folks, as well as the folks that come in and comment and involve themselves in the going on. But I think it's important to have an audio library or a video library, so people can run your live streams, or they can you run your videos, and it gives
yeah,
hours.
yeah. I mean, I will admit having a master playlist has helped me, but it has also made me realize how many videos I have actually.
You have over 1,000.
Yeah, yeah.
I do
So
too.
yeah,
I do too. I have over 1,000, and there's no question that especially when you have long content. I've played people's playlist, but before, that added up to just a few hours. Um,
yeah.
and I've played some that have been days upon days upon days. Yours is as long a playlist as I've ever played.
Uh-huh.
Because you've got a long playlist. Um,
Yeah, and that's due to me not having. Well, okay, let me say it like this. Uh, my videos are as long as they need to be.
right. But
So yeah,
here's the thing. Whether or not you have a master playlist, whether or not you have live streams, whether
mm,
you use shorts, you have to have an average of right at 11 hours a day in order to hit it in those 365 days. Now, obviously, the more people you have on your subscriber list, the easier
yeah,
to hit that. But it is also possible to hit that, with just videos, with just live streams, with a combination. For that matter, you could hit it on shorts, although that ain't very likely. Um,
no, no, that's I will agree with you. That's not likely. I mean,
you know,
so so you have to be doing a lot of them to equal that amount of time.
that's right.
Um,
If
yeah,
you have, for that matter, if you have 1 hour worth of shorts, you'd have to have all of them watched uh, 11 times a day in
mm,
order to hit the 365-day, 4,000 hour. I figured it up once. I think for the 3,000, it's like, I think 8 hours, and around 8 hours. But I don't remember
yeah.
specifics on it. I could tell you in just a moment, but hang on.
I mean, yeah, but you know, some someone
8.22,
like yeah,
right at 8.25 hours. per day to hit it in the 365 days.
Okay. Yeah, and I get that for people who enjoy making films, that's easy. But for someone like myself who I don't enjoy film content at all,
You
so
don't enjoy what?
I don't enjoy films. The what we're talking about.
Oh, okay. Analytics.
No, not the short videos.
Oh, the shorts. Yeah.
Yeah,
I, I kind of like them, but the I think it depends. In fact, I've done some just for I think it's something that's interesting. I like to pop a short out there. It doesn't really do much. Hey, Mom before boys, good to see you, Rachel and Tommy.
a ritual here.
But
I mean, I will admit, I have done a couple, but I feel like that's not how I'm able to express my creativity.
right,
So
I get that. And for some folks, it's it's not a big deal either way. Um,
yeah,
I mean, the fact is that shorts. I think it kind of depends on the way you're looking at them. Hey, Carnegie, good to see you. The thing is about shorts, they do have a tendency to bring more subscribers, but the truth is that they don't tend to add much in the way of watch hours. Um,
mm,
if somebody has got plenty of watch hours, well, then I recommend doing some shorts. It's a quicker way to pick up. It's a quicker way to pick up uh, your subscriber numbers so that it will actually get somewhere to get to the level you need it. But typically, if you can go along and get folks to join and watch the live streams or the videos, which truthfully, the better the content you make, the more likely you are to hit it. But it
mm,
depends upon who it appeals to. It depends on who, you know, it's some of it's personality driven, some of it is content driven, or subject.
yeah,
So, um, from doing shorts, Tom gained tons of subs from doing shorts. Well, there's a multitude of ways of doing that. And I'm not going to say there's just one way to do anything. The truth is, you have to look at each individual. In my opinion, you have to look at uh, each individual situation to determine what would help them, what would help somebody. Hey, Rebecca, good to see you.
yeah. Now let me ask you this, and I'm asking from experience, but do you believe? Do you believe if a video gets more than it average views, let's say a thousand more than what a typical video would get, do you believe that would help the channel even though that no one subscribed to the
Yes, I do.
channel?
And let me explain that why. Hang on one second. Let me change the setting on this fan.
Okay.
For some reason, this fan got set on a higher setting than I need it. Yes, it does help the video, even if you did not. It would help you, even though it did not. I guess it depends on who watched it. But I think it would be helpful just because of the fact that the way the algorithm works is it has a tendency to go through, and if somebody has watched some of your stuff before, it has more of a likelihood to show them the thumbnails from your channel to that person. And so if nothing else, it got them in your history. Now, if you've got your history paused like I do, I don't know that it makes much of a difference, but most people don't pause their history. Mine's been and paused. Although on YouTube Police Channel, I don't have it cleared and paused. I still have it on there. But on Belt Loop 29, my history has been cleared and paused. Hey, Jack, good to see you, brother. But the thing is, your channel is going to be different than my channel. My channel is going to be different than Jack's. Jack's going to be different than Rebecca's or or Rachel's or Charlotte's. Everybody's going to have different things that they have focused on and things that they've done because of the fact that they focused on them. They'll tend to be a little bit better in that area. For example, you said that you don't like shorts, or you don't typically tend to focus on shorts. Shorts, it may not be something that you are focused on. So, the shorts that you do. Well, let me address something else that I do know that there are some people that tend to focus on, have made their way to the 1,000 mark by going to some of the some communities that tend to try and direct you or direct people to subscribe to your stuff. I don't think that that's advantageous because of the fact that it on one hand, there is a certain level of I guess you could call it prestige, but it doesn't do anything for the nuts and bolts. It doesn't do anything for the gaining subscribers for the watch time, which is ultimately one tends to lend itself towards the other. And so as long as an individual is so in that case, if let's say I went to David the Good, and David the Good shouted me out, and everybody that follows David the Good comes over and they click on my and become subscribers of mine. But they don't bother watching any of the stuff, or they're not really interested in any of the stuff that I'm putting out. Then that, while it may help me in the subscriber area, it doesn't really help me in the watch hours. It doesn't really help me as far as considering what I would say growing my channel. Granny Charlotte said, not advantageous at all. It's a vanity market. You need an audience who watches, not just sub numbers. I agree, Granny, 100%.
I agree with that. Really.
I think it kind of depends on what your focus is. I don't.
Well, I will say this, and I think we could all agree on it. Getting people to say people over to you is a lot better than right now buying subs.
Well, let's see. Call those useless subs, and they're nothing value to the value of a channel. I I, I don't know. I I think that you have to look at individuals, and I think that there was a change to your channel. When we did the first, that good cop, that special episode, good cop, bad dog show.
Yeah,
And so I think that kind of set the tone for it. I think it went through, and it may have even brought a few new viewers over there. And then when you added insane dog to your program, I think
mhm.
that helped and really kind of changed the way you were doing things, because you started getting a core group of people there that was coming and watching, and and hanging out, and um
Yeah, and I do agree with you that did make a difference. It is because I could tell
wave Jack.
before
All right.
before that happened, it definitely wasn't like that.
Hey DJ,
Yeah, hey Jack, what's up?
just
But
woke up from my nap.
I think the bottom line though is, for some channels, do it. There's an old saying that if you keep doing what you're doing, you're going to keep getting what you get. And
Yeah,
some people are very resistant to change. Some people are almost defiant when they say, I'm gonna grow organically. I don't want. I get that you don't want to be somebody that you're not, but that doesn't mean that And it kind of depends on what's important to you, as far as whether or not you want your channel. You can still be organic, just maybe look at tweaking a few things to make
yeah,
your content even more interesting to bring more people in.
yeah, I get that. Like Gary, saying this as a joke, but I've been trying to do organic for 11 years. It did not work.
Well, I'm not. I caught. I'm sorry, DJ. I caught something about You tried it. You tried it for organically for a while.
Yeah, for 11 years.
Well, and let me ask you a few questions. Did you change up anything during those 11 years, or was it basically the same format?
I mean, for the first five, it was the same. I mean, it was me sitting in my bedroom talking about a linked topic. It
I just want to
wasn't.
with her and him.
It wasn't until 2018 when I decided to niche down and do content that I like to do, but again,
Sub
that
Willie. Hey, Russian Windmill.
that only drove me as far as it did. I have constantly made changes to try to improve what I do. I
Yeah.
mean, but the fact amount is that no matter what changes I implemented at this time, the the one key thing I lacked and okay, the one key thing I lacked until 2020 was a key group of people that was also doing what I was doing. So,
Well, that it helps to have people that are in a particular niche. I think everybody starts off pretty much with the struggle to get to have people that actually return to your stuff and watch your content. Um, a lot of that a lot of that retention, in my opinion, is based on how interesting they find it. And some of us, I'm pretty boring, but I am very fortunate to have a lot of wonderful folks that are very caring, desire to help people.
Gary, I think that your bonus is your live streams because people get to know you through your live streams and then they watch your content.
yeah,
You know,
Because
well,
on your videos, your personality doesn't shine through as much as on your live streams. And I have the same issue. Because I tend to be very stiff in my videos, and on my live streams I talk to people just like I'm, talking
sure.
to somebody outside in the yard,
Yeah.
yeah.
But if I was, but
Mm-hmm.
I can tell you this: if every day I was going out on my live streams or in videos, if I was going out doing cartwheels or shooting off fireworks or bouncing on a trampoline, watching pretty girls bounce on the trampoline, or you know,
definitely get lots of views, wouldn't you? But that's not who you are.
right. But see, don't get me wrong. I like watching pretty girls dancing on hopping on.
Sure.
But I guess my point is just that the content, to say that the content doesn't matter would be a misnomer.
Right.
I think it's a combination of a multiple things. Everybody starts out struggling to get people onto their channel.
Mm-hmm.
And a lot of people feel like it should be happening quicker. Well, the only way to make it happen quicker is to have more interesting content. But a lot of us go through the same thing, and that going into live streams and first I didn't know anything about live streams. So all mine was going through the members or the friends list on Facebook. I've got 4,500. At one point, I was right at 5,000 people on my friends list on Facebook, and it's not that I tried to get that many; it just happened. But if you go through and I would send individual emails, and I would at work I would talk with people, about my channel, and I got in trouble for that, by the way. But because you're not supposed that's like some kind of a solicitation or something like that. Anyhow, and I was told not to do it, so I don't. But I have gotten cards printed up and handed out cards, and I did a lot of things to try and build my channel initially. And then I got to where it just wasn't, to me, it wasn't worth the effort. And then I came across live streams, and live streams tends to build channels a lot faster and a lot more enjoyably. And by that, I mean, I'm sitting here and I'm getting to talk with a bunch of people that are interesting people. I find people fascinating.
Yeah.
But
I don't get nothing off the shorts.
Well, I think that every aspect of YouTube has its place, but don't expect a section of YouTube to do something it's not good at. Typically, if somebody go ahead, DJ.
Okay, now real quick, Team Food.
Hey, Tom.
I get what you're saying. I do, and you know, the good the what? But no, like, no, I will. You need to do stuff to interest people in your channel. I get that, but the thing with me is that top 10, yes, they're interested, but there's limited scope that I know of that I could deal with cartoons.
Right. I would agree.
So,
I agree with you, DJ. But you have a lot of folks that do come over to your channel and support you. And I believe that your channel is primarily personality based.
Yeah.
You know, people go to your channel because they like you, DJ. I don't think it's because they care as much as you do about cartoons. And
you're probably right. You're probably right. I
think that's just about all the channels too, because I love gardening and I love cooking and I love all these things, but if I come across a channel where I don't care for the personality of the person who is making the video, I'm not going to watch them. I will find someone I do care for, and everybody's different. Everybody has a different personality.
Yeah.
What rubs me the wrong way might not rub somebody else the wrong way.
But if
thank God there's a billion channels out here that we can peruse through.
Well, if you can find good content and make content interesting while having a good personality, I think that's going to go a lot further. Now, I do think that different channels are built differently. As I was just saying,
definitely. But
some channels are built for the long haul.
Yeah.
And what I mean by that is, I mean, if you focus, for example, my primary focus on a lot of my stuff is really live streams, and people will join in while you're live, and you'll have a few people that watch it afterwards. But it's not like people are going to be searching for state of the channel, fun and excitement. There's
right.
Yeah.
Right.
No.
Well, a lot of the views that I'm still getting today are from content that I posted 2 or 3 years ago.
That's
because
right.
It's searchable content.
Right.
Yeah.
A lot of it's cooking, how to do this, how to do that, how to preserve this and that. And that's the bulk of my views right now. And again, like I stated before, I haven't done nothing on my channel maybe 2 things on my channel in the past year, other than live stream every great now and then.
Hey, DJ.
Yeah.
Can I make a suggestion?
You may.
I would suggest making a video, if with the content that you deal with, I would suggest making videos along the lines of the best action cartoon,
or top 10,
or top 10 or worst 10 of all time.
That would be great.
Like that
is searchable content.
Right. That's searchable content, and it's also content that you already deal with.
Right.
So, but that's those are searchable contents. They a lot of live streams typically, and for that matter, you could go through and
can I quickly say something?
Sure.
I do have a few of the videos on my channel. I just haven't done them in a few months.
Dude, if it was me, DJ, I'd take them videos, I would re-edit them and make them 2 or 3 minutes long and throw them back up there.
Yeah.
And I did that, so
That's what Tom does. He just repurposes all of his stuff. Don't you, Tom?
Yeah, but I mean, the thing with Tom content, no offense, Tom, but 'cause, I mean, you could put up a video of a disc 1 month, we had the input that up 6 months later. But but the top 10 videos are kind of subjective to my opinion, and
Right. Well, one thing about your videos,
change.
DJ, one thing about your videos, I think that's probably could skew the numbers is the fact that there's a lot of people trying to help you. And if I were you, I'd be looking to see, which ones were the early ones on, or the top ones listed on like your on your viewed from your playlist.
Yeah.
But the types, try to make searchable videos. If you can make more searchable videos, you'll come up more in people's, recommended section. As a small YouTuber, I'm not sure that there's anything you come across typically is going to be anecdotal anyhow. What's current across YouTube and what's current for my channel specifically may not necessarily be the same thing. But
yeah,
if I go through and I make it a point, if I'm building a channel and I'm trying to focus on the long term and growing my channel, trying to treat it like a business, that type of thing, I'm going to try to once a week, once a month, once a year, fairly regularly, I'm going to try to make videos that are going to be searchable. That is going to trigger.
You gotta add tags in your description there, so when people are searching on YouTube, it picks that up, and you're like, okay, I will click on that.
Yeah, I mean, and there's
no,
even section.
I mean, Gary,
Yeah,
don't take this the long way, but the second thing I wanted to say real quick was bye, because I'm about to get to bed, and so I didn't want to get into it this month. But
well, I know, and I'm sorry. I do tend to drone on and on.
yeah,
Well, we just want to see you do well, DJ. That's all.
I know. I hope y'all have a good night. I will talk to most of you tomorrow. I will be live only afternoon, mid afternoon. I don't know yet, but I will be live to try to get the album I need. So, bye, guys.
Bye.
Bye, DJ.
And there
Howdy,
he is,
Skipper.
gone. Hello there.
How are you?
Oh, good and getting better like a fine wine.
My
My
wife
wife
says
says a bit skunky, but that's her problem.
I haven't seen you in a long time.
Neither have I. I disappeared there when I turned 70. I couldn't figure out who that guy was in the mirror.
That happens sometimes, you know.
It does. It does. You know, it's tough
Hello.
to be 16
Hello, Golden Fisherman.
with 54 years of experience.
Of experience. I agree. Of course, I'm only 16 with, oh my gosh, I don't even know how many years. See, hang on. I'll tell you in a second. I got to do the math.
So,
I'm gonna
Gary,
Google my age.
What was that, Skipper?
I got my schedule for November and December.
Did you?
Yeah, I'll be working for Cabela's.
Very cool. I've heard of them.
Yeah, I'll be their Santa Claus for most of the shifts, and I'll pick up a few things on the side and still work 5 or 6 over at West Edmonton Mall. So,
Oh, how fun!
That is so cool, man. I'm at some point, you know what? If you're agreeable at some point, I'd like to do maybe sometime going into that season, do an interview with Santa.
oh,
And
heck yeah.
we could ask some Santa-like questions and post that, going into it and kind of direct folks over towards your North Pole, Canada. What was that? I'm having a brain
Santa
fart
Claus,
this year.
North Pole, Canada. And
Yeah.
I will have new stickers out this year as well.
How
Oh, cool.
fun!
Hey, make sure I get one of those. I don't care a whole lot about having stickers, but
Yeah, of course.
how could I not want a sticker from Santa Claus? So I'm just thinking out loud here. But I would, that would be fun to do an interview with Santa.
Yes, it would.
So if you get a wild hair and you feel like doing it.
Oh, you know what? I love it. I'll fit you in between the private sessions I do with the families in our community. So
I appreciate that.
Oh, my grandkids would love seeing that.
oh, well, you know what? It's really easily done.
Mhm.
I set it up so that it's family friendly. You can't leave any comments on my videos.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
But the families give me the information. All I need is first names. I don't need last.
Right.
Their first name, a little bit of background information on the kids that'll shock them because I know it, and basically what they're looking for Christmas. So when I get into the conversation, I can address, hey Sally, I heard that you were really good at school the last little while, and you've been helping out with your brother and all this and all
Yeah.
that little things. He says, by the way, do I understand that you want a Raggedy Ann doll?
Yeah.
Well, we'll see what we can do for you.
I'd like to have a Raggedy Ann doll.
I think they'd be worth big bucks now. I don't even.
They are. They are.
Hey,
I
we may
couldn't
approach.
have it in the house because of that haunted movie.
We may approach it if it's okay with you. Like I'm somebody who's skeptical about Santa, and ask you, all right, well, how do you make it to And then you got to
You
have.
get down the chimney. How do you get in the house if somebody doesn't have a chimney?
Yeah.
Well, I have 2 explanations, one for the children and one for the adults. The adults is always given in secret, so the kids don't see it. Now, really, they say, well, how can you get around the world in such a short amount of time? This is, well, the secret is
So
all the
I'm
parents
Santa.
are in my team.
Oh, okay.
They help me get the presents out. That's how I do
Tell
it.
my grandbabies. I've told my children. I've got 7 kids, and I used to tell them all the time. It's just magic.
That's right. It's Christmas for the kids.
Magic.
It's Christmas magic.
That is the answer to everything. Magic.
until they find out.
Well, you know what? I have always believed in Santa, and
Mhm.
Santa is now alive and kicking.
Yep.
And if they want to know the history of Santa, I can give them the history. I can tell them all the different versions. Worldwide, they got an awful lot of different ones.
I love that.
Yeah. Yeah,
And being Santa when you're a granny is a lot more fun than being Santa when you're a mommy.
oh boy, in today's world,
I can imagine.
yeah, it can be interesting.
Hey, Susanna.
Gulf Coast Granny. You got the little babies? The little baby?
I'm sorry. What'd you say, dear?
Do you got the little baby, the possum?
Oh, I did see the possum. Who was that?
Wait a minute. I saw that too. One of them had died.
Two. She only had one
Two
left.
of them had died,
That
but
was
she
Lisa.
rescued the other ones.
That was
Something.
Lisa over at our
Lisa.
Georgia Suburban
Right.
Homestead.
I
She
hope she's
also-
doing all right with those.
She's a member of the Belt Loop 29 channel,
Mm-hmm.
and she's good people. I'll have to make it a point to text her and ask her about it. But she's
We
nice.
don't have possums on this side of the world.
You don't have Santa Claus over there?
Where are you?
We have Santa Claus in the Philippines.
Oh, you're in the Philippines. Okay.
Yes, sir.
I'm sorry, I was just having a little trouble hearing you. Sorry, Jack. I was just having a little trouble hearing you, just a little bit. For some
I
reason,
got my
I
Philippine
don't
water.
it's almost like if I were on an equalizer on yours, it tends to be the high end tends to be brought down a little bit or something. I don't know. I can't tell. But hey, I do have your volume turned all the way up on your mic settings so that I can hear you better. But hey, I tend to adjust people's mic volume so that I can hear them properly, and nothing personal, mind you, but sometimes I have trouble hearing. I'm old, my ears ain't very good.
He's got mine turned all the way down.
No, I've got yours. Actually, I do have yours turned all the way up, but my ears ought to be turned. Y'all can check do y'all know how to check your mic settings?
I know how to check mine. I don't know how to check everybody else's.
Well, you couldn't check anybody's but yours.
But I mean, how do you turn somebody's mic up or down?
Well, if you are the host, I'll tell you what. I'll show you.
Okay.
Corn-fed life. What part of the prairie are you from?
Kansas, I believe, or just outside of Kansas. I will share this screen. Let's see. Well, no, I won't. I'm gonna switch this over so you can see it. All right. Down here at the bottom, if I was to edit yours, I would go to your picture. There's a mic setting there. There's 3 dots right there. I would go up to edit mic setting, and I would take off the automatically adjust microphone, and I would adjust it there.
I see a son of a gun.
So if you've got some guests that are a little too low on Skipper's, I just turned his up a little bit.
Yeah.
If you look over here at Jack's, edit mic set, I've got his turned all the way up. And so that's how I change that's how I change. Or you can, if you're the host, you can change everybody on the panel.
Okay.
I really got to study StreamYard more.
I do too. Of course, I'm so afraid to click everything because I'm afraid I'm going to mess it all up.
Yeah, I'm only one step above Rotary Dial.
Yeah.
You
I still can't set the timer.
Hang on a sec. Hey,
I was gonna say,
I'm on a live stream. You want to say hello?
Time setting the clock on the microwave.
Hello, how are you?
Oh, sorry. I gave y'all the wrong email address. Did you put the right one in there? Okay, well, I'm fixing it now. All right, bye. All right. Well, let's see. Apparently, I put the wrong email address in there for somebody asked. I think it was.
Oh, we lost somebody. Where'd he
Yeah,
go?
we lost Jack. I
Jack.
think he might have been having some. And for some reason, all right, that is my email address right there. Good to see y'all. It's always a pleasure for BNC. The BNC. By the way, let me put up the banner. For some reason I'm not running the banner tonight. I should be. I always believe in the banner. God bless the banner. All right. Hang on. What I mess up now, Devil Dog?
Nothing, but you're welcome.
Thank you. All right, bye. He just called, tell me, I was welcome. Hey, beltloop29@aol.com is my email address. I check it now more regularly than I used to. But you could, what I would recommend, just if you could have a running tally. And I'm kind of circling back to something I was talking about earlier. If somebody wanted to be monetized and they wanted to make sure they made it within that first 365 days, yeah, you can, Jake. Just have to, remember the rules. Don't overtalk people. Don't cuss. You could go through and set out a calendar, and every week set down that you need 77 hours. If you wanted to, you could do it daily. You have to have 11 hours a day.
Mm-hmm.
But I would think having a daily tally and a weekly tally and a monthly tally would be fine. And hey, Jack, for some reason I can't see you just yet. I'll let you up in just a second. Well, I'll let you up because I believe that's you. But since I don't see you, and you're buffering for a minute, I'm gonna leave you in the basement just a minute till you pop up. All right, that's you. Welcome back.
Well,
Hey,
surprise,
Jake,
surprise.
Wave, Jake.
Reset my
All right. Now I'm gonna be talking about something, so give me just a minute, and then, if you have a weekly tally, you could go through and you look at where you're at the start of the week, and by where you need to be at the end of the week, and then you go through, and that should give you an idea of, if you're averaging 10 on the live stream and you run for 2 hours, well, that's 20 hours.
Mm-hmm.
That you should be able to tell from that how many live streams you need to do that week, or if you've got another way of making up hours by videos, how much do you get from your average video? You should be able to tell from that. And you may have some weeks where you fall short, and you may have some weeks where you have a surplus, and that's fine. Just you can still make adjustments based on what the numbers tell you. When you're running a business, if you've got certain sales goals that you're trying to hit at for a given month to make sure that you pay your bills, it's important to know how much you need to sell. It's important and if you're having a good month, well, sometimes people want to pour it on a little bit, work a little bit harder, so that next month's a little easier. But you can have your expectations and set them down in on paper or something to try and keep your expectations and judge where you're at. some people don't have any direction. And there ain't nothing wrong with that. I mean, my mind tends to dwell that way just because I like to know the nuts and bolts. I like to understand what's happening, what I need to do, and for me at the moment, I'm at about 22 hours, I think is what I figured for the month, or for the week. I need to be at 77, means that I need to hit. Hang on, dog again.
You need to hit Devil Dog on the head with a frying pan.
Well, I need to get him to come up on panel, but he ain't gonna do that. I know. So, what's up, Devil Dog?
He'll phone him, but not come on panel.
No, none of this has anything to do with you, Devil Dog. Ain't none of this got to do with you specifically, Devil Dog. None of it.
Those two are some characters.
Well, I guess we are kind of talking about analytics, and I didn't figure you'd be watching anyhow. I figured you'd be playing your Call of Duty.
It's like watching Laurel and Hardy.
It is. Or what was it? The Odd Couple. Remember them?
Well,
Yeah,
I didn't approach this from an analytic standpoint. Just did you hang? No, he ain't hung up on me. I'm sorry.
Yeah, but which one's the clean freak and which one's the hoarder?
Okay, well, I thought you might have hung up on me. I heard something, and maybe it was something else. I don't know, but I'm on a live stream right now. If you'd like to talk to me, can you come up on panel or something? All right. Well, I'll talk with you again a little bit. All right. All right. Bye.
Oh, those two, my gosh.
All right. He don't like analytics. He just wanted to voice his opinion. So, anyhow, no. I'm not saying that to you directly, Devil Dog. It's for anybody listening. And why
Gary, I'm gonna tell you something.
What's that?
I'm like Devil Dog. I just fly by the seat of my pants, and if something works, I just keep doing it. And if it don't work, I just throw it out the window. I don't look at my analytics.
I promise you, you will not find anybody that is more by the seat of my britches than me.
Than you.
All right. But I do want to understand why things are happening, or what, why. I hadn't even been really on YouTube, except I'm keeping up 3 live streams. I was doing 7, 8, 9 different 9 live streams a week or something like. Hang on. Hey, Devil Dog.
Hey, Gary, give me your phone number so I can call you repeatedly.
All right, I won't call you or bug you. All right, enjoy your Call of Duty game. Hung up on me, dead gummit. He calls.
Hey, can you give me your phone number real quick so I can call you?
Do what now?
Can you give me your phone number so I can call you during your live stream?
No. I mean, I don't mind letting you have my number, but why you be calling from the Philippines is beyond me. Our time differences is a little different.
A little.
I got my T-Mobile offer.
Well, you can send me an email. I'll send you my number. I ain't got no problem with that.
I'll be right back, guys.
All right.
Gary, can't check the private chat.
Okay.
Gary, because there's something I asked a question.
Yeah, I'm fine with that. That's not a problem.
Okay. And also,
you
did you see the video I made for you yet?
It's all good, Jake. Devil Dog's funny sometimes, but it can be a little difficult to deal with at times. Love him like a brother. I am not. I will tell you this right here. I am closer to him than I am any other person on YouTube. And not closer as far as physical proximity. As far as he's a good friend. Of course, I think y'all know that, but he's also a pain in the rear end. So,
Mm.
but I think you can look at things from an analytical standpoint and see where where you can make differences and what you can do to change things.
Sure. But here's the thing, Gary.
Yeah.
Look, I'm looking at my overview right now. Well, the overview part makes perfect sense to me.
Yeah.
And then I hit my content part, right? And I have no idea why it matters if people are male or female. No, let me look at my audience. Or how old they are. Or, I mean, of course I'm going to appeal to an older crowd. I'm an old lady.
Yeah.
Young people don't want to watch what I got to say. If that was the case, my kids would have done what I told them to since they were 16 years old,
Yeah.
They don't.
Females
Sorry, you don't
subscribers
look
and
like an old
watchers
lady to me. What are you talking about?
Thank you.
You can get more content. Your content gets spread out more as a female because they say on YouTube there are actually videos that say this, that if you have female subscribers and people that keep watching that are female, because they're usually the ones that are doing the grocery shopping and do is something type of that way, but I guess you need more especially in like we'll say not where I'm at, not in the Philippines, but
I found even though yes,
and you
it's
get
nice
more,
to look at a pretty
you
face,
get more money from.
but the fact is, I think a lot of it has to do with interesting content and consistently. I mean, I spent an hour and a half talking to my buddy Steve. Steve Wallace is a guy I've known for 35 years. His YouTube channel has over 1 million subscribers.
Oh my.
Yes.
Camping with Steve.
He does. Steve
camping,
Wallace actually
with
does.
Steve?
What's that? That's right. Camping with Steve. He's a good friend of mine.
I'm one of his subs.
1 second to mention.
I love that dude.
See, there you go. See that? So his channel's huge. My son grew up with him, so they were always camping. So he lived at my place. So now he's doing his own thing. Hey, what does he do? He sleeps in culverts, duck blinds, behind police stations, in neighborhoods, anywhere, and he's trying to avoid being detected.
Okay.
So, yeah, it's a type of camping that is really odd. And he only does it like once a week. So he'll go out, he'll do this thing.
But the one thing that kills me with Steve.
Let me go through and edit this real quick because
Jack just froze there.
Well, I need to mention this for housekeeping purposes. If you are in the YouTube police
at nighttime.
Yeah, it's called stealth camping.
Yeah, I'm familiar with it. The reason why
at
I need to mention
the one thing I hate is.
Hey, Jack, Skipper, Jake, and Charlotte. Give me just a second to say this because
how covert we are. And it's like starts running around, and you see all these vehicles and people. I'm like, dude, you're trying to be concealed.
Jack, hang on just a second. I'm about to, I did want to mention that the 29 or the DD only works if you're in the YouTube police chat, because I see a few other people are sharing, and that's fine. I'm okay with people sharing, but if they share to other channels, it's not going to drop your link in their channels. All right. Sorry about that, Jack. I just needed to mention that.
I had to do both. I can't choose.
Well, that's okay. We got This is going out to 4 different channels right now.
Oh, wow.
And so I wanted to make sure that I addressed that
plus the Twitch
because I know.
channel.
Well, I agree with you, Skipper. It all has to do with the content and the personality delivering it. You know, I
Yeah.
think that is 99%. As the old Ivory commercial used to say, 99 and 44 100s.
Percent pure live. It's also
You almost dated yourself there. You didn't go quite far enough back.
I almost did, didn't I?
Yeah, you go back to the old age commercials, or go back to when you smoke Carrington's tea for taste.
No.
I got one.
Winston tastes bad like the cigarette I had. No filter, no flavor. Just
Well, what I was going to tell you earlier when you were telling me how much experience you have as a 16-year-old, I only have 41 years of experience.
You're a newbie.
A newbie. I'm a new old lady.
I will. Thanks, Tom. By the way, I'd rather fight than switch.
What?
Oh, that was so corny.
What does that even mean?
Instead of fight and switch.
It's a platform.
Switch.
It's a platform.
Twitch. Okay.
Platform. By the way, look what I'm drinking, Gary.
Gatorade.
Drinking water. No, I'm drinking water out of a Powerade bottle. Water out of a Powerade bottle.
I'm drinking G0 Gatorade.
Yeah.
This particular one happens to be Glacier Cherry.
I like that one.
I'm drinking Canadian smoke-filled air.
I'm drinking sweet tea, but I just drank the last swallow of it.
Hey, Gary, did you? Sorry.
Hello, Vintage Jewels, Gems, and Pearls. I tried to say hello earlier. Didn't know if you heard me, but she said hello to Gulf Coast Green.
I see that. Hi.
Tom Garvey said good night.
Good night, Tom.
And let's see. And Jake's got a whole slew where he's dropped. Oh, outdoors with Big Matt. Good to see you. Thank you for coming in, brother.
Hey, Big Matt.
What's up, Big Matt? How you doing, brother? Gary, did you see the video I did for you?
I saw the notification for it. I haven't seen it, and I should also mention again that I'm not really spending any time on YouTube these days. Haven't for almost 2 weeks. I'm trying to keep from getting totally burnt out, and so I've backed off a lot. Spending more time with my dogs and trying to get other things done around the house. I tend to be very obsessive compulsive, and it makes it very easy for me to become overwhelmed after I spend as much, because I think most people, if they're familiar with me, have seen me a lot over the last year.
Sure.
A little over a year. And I have a tendency to spend almost every waking moment either on YouTube or working something with YouTube, or and
it's easy to get burned out, isn't it?
It is. Yeah. And so what I've done, at least for the time being, there's very few live streams that I've hopped into. In fact, today there's only 2. One of them was over at Shooting Star, Mississippi. I hopped into his. I didn't say anything while I was in there. I did hit the like button. And then I did drop over to Cole Walsh's live stream for just a little bit. I couldn't stay in there long because I only had about 15 minutes before I had to start checking reports and filling out overtime sheets and taking care of other things I had to do. But I'm trying to keep from getting overwhelmed or
consumed,
right. So I'm taking a little bit of a break from that. I also know, though, that YouTube is a very jealous, entity. Mm-hmm. And so if I don't show up at all on anything, then, I fall by the wayside. So I am, trying to keep up I'm going to try to keep up at least 3 live streams a week, which is going to be my Tuesday night, my Thursday night, and I will do mine on Saturday. I've been doing that for over a year, and I've been doing Tuesday and Thursday for about a year as well. And so I'm going to try to maintain those.
Mhm.
After all, it's, kind of people, I think, may even expect me to be on here at those times. Now, I may throw an additional one up just because I'm obsessive and because I'm so far behind on YouTube Police this week. After tonight, I'll look at it, and depends on how many hours I'm at. I may do a live stream tomorrow at some point on YouTube Police, just to try and make up a few hours.
Yeah.
But if I can, after all, I'm kind of putting into practice what I'm saying. Wouldn't do me much good if I just talked it and didn't walk it.
Mhm.
So, and not that I really care about being monetized, because I don't. I found out that I cannot do the ad revenue sharing without them automatically turning on the fan funding, but I can turn the fan funding off.
Sure.
I don't want anybody doing super chats on this channel. I don't want any. I don't want to do memberships on this channel. I don't, at least not anytime soon.
So you're just going after the ad revenue on this channel?
Well, if I do it, if I do monetize it, it will just be the ad revenue, at least to begin with, and for probably a long time.
Right.
Even though it only pays like $15 or $5 a month or something like that, take you forever to make anything off of
Sure.
it.
Yeah.
But I don't get. Hey, I am very appreciative of the folks that support. After all, I already have the Belt Loop 29 channel monetized.
Mhm.
And if somebody, truthfully, I'd rather people join Devil Dogs live stream before they, and I don't want anybody to feeling like they need to, like I'm out there peddling for money, because my job pays my bills.
Right.
And this, I don't want anybody to be stressed on my account.
Right.
If somebody wants to join one of mine, I've still got Belt Loop 29. I still go on there. I still do, some things on there.
Mhm.
And I do have memberships that start out at $1.99, on there. I'm fine with that. If somebody wants to buy me a coat a month or whatever, no big deal. It doesn't, but I don't want people. In fact, I'm about to get rid of one of my levels. I'm about to delete it entirely. Now, I do have people on different levels. If those levels end up emptying out, I will probably delete them and bring it down to just one or two levels. Right now, I think I've got 4 or 5 levels.
Oh, wow.
And in fact, while I'm sitting here thinking about it, I think I'm gonna go ahead and delete one of the levels. Just because I've been thinking about it, I just hadn't gotten around to doing it. The memberships.
Well, what happens to the members that are in that level? Do they just disappear?
It gets paused. It gets paused. The memberships gets paused until they can afford to.
Till they decide what level they want to be?
Let me see what levels I've got. I've got 5 levels. There's nobody in one of these levels, and it's more expensive than the others. So I just got to figure out how to delete it.
I'm going to jump in, guys. I got to head out. I've got a film to upload here. So,
all right.
Well, good to see you again, Skipper.
Yes, it was nice seeing everybody. Pleasure.
Take care.
Cheers.
Okay, edit. I think I can delete it if I delete all the. All right.
Gary, I got something I want to say.
Yeah.
I've really been thinking about in August taking a break.
Okay.
Because this is my birthday month, and but last few months have been hard on me.
Yeah.
I lost my original channel. I had 1,300 subscribers. I almost had enough to get monetized, and someone hacked my StreamYard and started showing something very inappropriate
Okay.
and on YouTube. And I've been working on still, but I'm, Gary, I do support you, brother. I'm a big supporter of yours. I'm still here.
I appreciate
I was
that.
in the background. I've been in this first part of the year has been a little bit tough, but I'm in a good place now.
Well, I'm glad to hear that. I'd heard that you, in fact, one day I went looking for your channel and couldn't find it.
Yeah.
And I don't know how to delete. I'm sorry. I'm trying to figure out how to delete this whole level, but I'm not seeing a way to do it.
Well, while you're trying to figure that out, I just want to say I'm a little bit miffed that I didn't win the Powerball last night. Just saying.
All right, hang on.
The Powerball.
Yeah, it was $750 million.
You have like a 1 in 1 million chance of winning that.
Oh yeah. I only bought 2 tickets.
Yeah. How are you doing today? How are you
Couldn't be
doing?
better. How about you? Well, I just heard about you.
Yeah. And by the way, I am wearing I'm still wearing this my Team Black Diamond outdoor shirt.
Nice.
I've been doing a lot of stuff lately. I've been hanging out with some big people I've been hanging out with from some major radio people, including Shuli Egar from Howard Stern. He worked on Howard. He has the Shuli Network now, and he lives in Huntsville, Gary.
Alabama.
Yeah.
Tammy and I are going to that Pedals in what is that? Some Pedals of the Past in Alabama on, I think it's September the 9th, maybe. We're going to be bringing Nikki, and so there'll be a few folks in there. Let's see, hard to get everybody's channel. Oh, I agree with you, Vintage Jules. Hey, Peace Dragon, good to see you. You can't win it if you ain't in it. I've never played the lottery. I've got a friend of mine that does. By the way, Jake, I'm assuming that.
Sorry.
Sorry,
my bad. Sorry.
That's okay. I'm just going to let you know, even though it shows the 29 will show up in your chats, it's not going to drop a link in your chats. Or
I know I gotta remake my Nightbot because when I had to do a mod purge, and I was like, when I was moving the channel over, when I was moving the Nightbot over to my other channel, had some issues with it. I know how to do it. I know how to fix it, but I'm gonna need Eddie's help again on it.
Okay. Well,
I am actually I'm a member of both your channels now.
Oh, cool. The fact is that I don't mind helping if I can. Eddie is a lot better with Nightbot. In fact, he's actually administrator for a lot of people on their Nightbot. I struggle with it a little bit, but I do okay. And so I can usually get most every. Of course, I keep mine fairly simple. Some people do get all complex and say when somebody says hi or sup or whatever, it'll say Nightbot will say hello back to them. I don't, that annoys me because I'm saying sup to this person, sup to that person, And every time you do that and you see all these sups back, it's just,
Yeah.
know,
Yeah.
If it was the person, that'd be fine. But, sometimes you get Nightbot saying back. And so some people got this thing where you slap somebody with a salmon or slap somebody with a dirty diaper or slap
Oh
somebody.
my.
They slap, say, put in the thing, slap so-and-so. And it's Nightbot comes back and says so-and-so slapped so-and-so with this or that. And I don't care much for that myself.
To answer, I'm gonna answer a question here. Yes, it's free. It's you can go to look up on Google on the Google machine Nightbot, and it will
Yes,
take
it
you
is.
to the website there.
Yep. Hey, Vintage. Let's see. We got a little bit of time. I don't mind showing you. I can show you some tidbits on it, although it may be. Let me go through and see if Eddie's got it on his. I know Eddie's been doing a lot of stuff on. Let's see. Hang on.
I haven't seen Eddie in a while. How's he doing?
He's doing okay. Let me go through. Look at his videos.
Tell him that Jake says hi. Sorry.
Oh, that's. Well, let me put it back on this one. He's got a video on here on how to do a thumbnail, how to go live, pre-live session. He's got how to set up defaults on your YouTube channel. He's got how to upload a video to your YouTube. How to customize your branding on your channel. How to customize YouTube about page. How to create a channel on YouTube. So he's got some stuff he started working on to try and help people with their. I'd say look for a video from him on that for too long. But let me go through and just some basics that you might want to get done beforehand. Just go to Nightbot TV. You can Google it and it'll come up.
We lost the other guy. We lost
Jack. Well, his internet's probably acting up. And I would say sign up for Nightbot.
Yeah.
And then when you go to Nightbot, I'm already signed in, and we're under Mental Cop right now. And I'm just going to show you one real quick thing on it. This is the please check out $. I don't know what you call that, user.
User. That's the thing. That is the thing that you can actually. That is actually pushing your channel.
It's not a quotation mark. I can't think of what
$.
No, after the $.
That's one of them. It's one of those things that they. Yeah.
Anyhow, then their channel name, channel YouTube, youtube.com/channel/$, and that thing in user ID. And, you can go through it. If you put that in, you can put a command. For example, Gulf Coast Granny, Charlotte.
Yeah.
Do you have Nightbot on yours?
Do not.
Okay. Jack, do you?
Oh, those are parentheses.
Parentheses. Okay.
Gary.
Well, let's say I wanted to add a new one. Well, I tell you what, let me exit out because I'm just going to do a copy and paste. Once you get one set up in there, I'm going to copy that. And I'm going to go through and add a new command. And let's say that I wanted to type in check me out. All right. I would put whatever I want the command to be up there. and then the message is going to be the same one we just had. And so I'm going to paste it there. And there's a 5-second, and I'm going to submit it. Well, command already exists. I guess I've already got that command on there.
Yeah.
So I've got a bunch of drop commands on there, so I won't worry about it. But that's what you do to put that particular one in there. But
Yeah.
The main things on there, if you sign up Nightbot, is you want to go through and get rid of the log or the delete all of the you'd have to, Eddie, it'd take me a few minutes to find it, but somewhere on there there's a bunch of commands that time people out for using too many emojis. There's something on there that for using all caps will time people out. There's a few things on there that you don't really want.
Right.
Not if you're trying to
All
make
redundant messages, the same things over and over and over and over again. They get timed out.
right. If you spam on, most people don't spam, but you do have some, and you may have to go through but a mod can usually go through and correct that.
Catch that pretty quick. Yeah.
Yeah, and so it's
Gary,
yeah.
I just put by the way, in my channel, I just pinned your link to your stream.
Okay,
This is to the people that just got here on my channel. I am restreaming not Double Dog, sorry, I got him on the brain. Belt Loop, aka YouTube Police.
Yes, Jack does have it. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you, Jake.
Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
But Peace Dragon was asking if Jack has a channel. Jack, would you mind typing 29 into my chat so that people can follow your link? And for that matter, if you're in my chat, you can. And if Jake just added 29 to his, you should be able to do it in one of his as well.
No, I pinned the comment. Means
okay.
It's in the pinned. Basically, I pinned your guys. Gary's an awesome person. He's also from Mississippi. I don't want to say where in Mississippi you're from, Gary.
I'm up in Rankin County. I don't mind telling them that.
And I live in Wayne County, so now you know.
Well, the funny thing is, what's really funny to me, it tickles me a little bit, is I've never made. Some people, a lot of officers that I know, a few officers that are on YouTube. Not all of them. Some of them, that's their whole thing. Their whole channel's about law enforcement. Mine is not. My focus and my I was 50 years old before I went through the academy, 49 years old before I started working with the police department. So for me, it's a little different, I'm sure, than most officers. A lot of officers get started young, and
That's all they know, huh?
Well, yeah, and a lot of them are interested in kicking in doors and writing tickets and all this kind of stuff, and I'm just not interested. I mean, that's not to say that all police officers are. That's not to say that that's all police officers are interested in. For me, my degree, I got a degree in criminal justice from the University of Southern Mississippi. I did not use my degree for about, from 1993 until 2014. So you figure, that's what, 31 years, something like that. I spent most of my life doing other stuff. So I have a lot of different interests, and I tend to be, when I get involved in something, that I tend to focus on it. I learn a lot about it, and when that obsession kind of runs its course, I'll go find something else to be obsessed about. I've been very obsessed about doing YouTube, but I am trying to keep from totally. Hey, thank you for coming in, Vintage Jewels, Gems, and Pearls. You have a good day at work, and hope you have a good sleep too.
Gary,
Yeah,
I just dropped the sub. I liked, shared, and sub Jack, JAC.
excellent.
Thank you, sir.
I've been on YouTube. The 12th was my 7th year on this platform, and I learned a lot. And I'm still learning about stuff.
Oh yeah.
Gary, you and I are similar in that I'm the same way. I get these, I get on kicks.
Yeah.
Get a new project. And then when that runs its course, I find another project or what have you. And here lately, I've been, I still garden. I about killed my garden. Well, the heat's probably killed my garden, but got a few watermelons growing, got some cherry tomatoes growing, got some eggplants, and that's pretty much about it right now.
Yeah.
But I just got into rare tropical plants for indoors. And I'm telling you what, that's a whole new world for me, and I'm enjoying the heck out of it.
I believe it. That sounds like an interesting thing.
Barry, did you hear that? Did I tell you that I got a pool?
I don't think I knew that.
I actually got one yesterday went on my first swim in the pool.
Very cool. Congratulations.
On Wednesday, because we're going into Friday right now.
Very cool. Well,
yeah,
have fun with it.
I'm just like, I wanted one for 2 years, and and it can help me with like some issues I've been having with I have a disability, and and I really don't want to say what kind of disability I have right now, because I feel comfortable talking about having a disability, but I don't want people to think that I'm crazy.
Well, I'm sure there's probably plenty of people out there that think I'm crazy, but hey, whatever you're comfortable with or
I
not.
have autism. I have autism.
Well, that don't mean you're crazy.
No, people think that I'm crazy because of some of the things that I've done. And I feel very guilty about stuff that I've done in the past. I have a past. And
well, I do know that myself, I've gone through, and I've done some pretty wild and crazy things as a youth. I just have. That's just, but as you grow older and you change, your perspective a lot of times, changes.
Sure, because that's the nature of being a youth.
Yeah.
There's a lot of people that, I changed my channel around. I used to be a wrestling channel. Now I'm like doing IRL stuff. I'm doing fan openings, and I actually fan mails, and I actually got a lot of my inspiration about my video type, and also how to title and all that, through watching stuff with watching Devil Dog's videos and watching Gary's videos, Eddie and Gary's videos, because they're the ones that taught me a lot. People are teaching me. I'm still learning. You don't know.
We all learn.
We all learn till we die. If not, my opinion is if you quit learning, you're not living.
Well, it's my understanding that the gray matter, if you don't continue to trying to access new information, what have you, it becomes harder, less elastic.
Mm-hmm.
And,
Mm-hmm.
you know, that's one of the reasons why you run into some people, you know, losing some of their memory and what have you. At least
Mm-hmm.
that's my understanding of it.
Mm-hmm.
By the way, 1117 Peace Dragon
Mm-hmm.
wanted me to let you know that he has Klinefelter syndrome. And
I don't know what that is. I'm sorry. I
well,
read that. I didn't.
Klinefelter syndrome is a genetic abnormality. Different, you know, most people have XY or XX chromosomes.
Mm-hmm.
He has, I don't know if it's 1 or 2 additional chromosome, or Peace Dragon has 1 or 2 additional chromosomes. I'm not sure if it's 3 or 4 chromosomes, but you know,
That
it
says his
is.
Wi-Fi went out.
And I think it's I could be wrong, but I think it's XXY.
Yeah.
But I'm not XXYY. Okay, so
Fine.
it is 4. It's XXYY, and there are different genetic syndromes that occur from time to time.
Mm-hmm.
Anyhow, it's it has, well, you're welcome to look it up and do some studying on it. I've looked at it, you know, I was aware of it before before I had met Peace Dragon, but hey, well, that's just
Sorry about
Jake's
that.
name, one of his other channels.
Sorry. By the way, Jack's Wi-Fi went out. He says talk to you guys later. Talk to you all
Gotcha.
later.
Thanks for coming in.
I just also want to say, if you go to my channel, I do a lot of lives, and I have some good people. Right now I'm actually talking. Can I promote something, Gary?
Sure.
15th, I am going to be having on the show at 2 p.m. CST, the Central Standard Time or Central Daylight Time. I usually use Central Standard Time, CST.
Okay.
I'm going to be having a good friend of mine by the name of Vince. He's known on YouTube as Vince the Lawyer. He is a lawyer. He's done stuff with Howard Stern and other people. What's up, Gidgy? Good evening, y'all. It's actually good morning. Right now it's 1:46 a.m. in the great state of Mississippi.
Yeah. Same time zone I'm in.
Me
Yeah.
too.
Hey, isn't that interesting? We're all 3 from Mississippi.
That is interesting.
You're in
I
Mississippi?
think so.
Yes, I am.
Oh, that's right. You're Gulf Coast, so Gulf
On the
Coast.
coast. Yeah.
It's Texas, Louisiana, Mississippi, Alabama, and Florida. I think.
Mm-hmm. No, I'm in Mississippi.
I'm sorry. I'm actually. I think Gary was like one of the first people I met that was from Mississippi.
Mm-hmm.
Gary was like the first person I met.
I've met quite a few folks from Mississippi. I don't know if I could name them all, but I know Gulf Coast, Granny, Jake Huston. You know, you got 3 Mississippi. You got Just Doing Our Best. Shirley is over towards Meridian. You got Shooting Star, Mississippi is down around Braxton. You've got Southern Coastal Cooking up in Madison.
Mm-hmm.
You have Max, I think it's Max Homestead down around, where is that? Down 55.
And from Homestead in the Sticks or Home in the Sticks.
Yeah, I hadn't seen him or talked to him in a little while. I have sent him 1 or 2 messages. But yeah, Home in the Sticks is from
And Belinda.
And let's see, you got who else from Mississippi? Dill Hole is from over in towards Byram.
Mm-hmm.
You have Deas Vault, Mississippi. Is I forget where he's from. I hadn't met him personally yet, so I'm not sure.
Mm-hmm.
You have Trucker Jay is from he's a buddy of mine. He doesn't live far from me. I talked to him today. I'll probably talk to him tomorrow.
You know who else is from Mississippi? Is Scully. Oh Lord have mercy. What is this channel name? The author that reads to you. You know who I'm talking about, don't you?
I think I know who. I think I've seen, but I can't. I don't know who.
Hang
I've
on,
never
I'll
seen
find it. I'm gonna find it because I said it, and I need to say the whole thing. You know what I
Okay.
mean?
Yeah.
I'm gonna be so mad at myself when I find out he actually lives in the same town that I live in, and our kids go to the same high school.
I know Russ over at down in your neck of the woods from Smoky Ribs Barbecue.
Oh yeah.
So, Wright's Family Trapping Coyotes from Washington.
I was born and raised in Alabama for 13 years in Alabama.
Yeah.
Scully's House of Thrillers. Scully's House of Thrillers.
Okay, but Mississippi actually has a pretty strong, and I've seen some others that I just can't recall off the top of my head. I have sent some, I have a tendency whenever I run across somebody from Mississippi to send them an email or invite them to a live stream.
Sure.
Some people do come on, other folks don't. Some people are, and I get that. A lot of folks are just focused on growing their channel.
Sure,
and, I get that. And moving to Texas, there's a lot of folks in Texas. A lot.
Seems like half of YouTube's from Texas.
Yeah.
Or at least the ones that I come across,
I know that I think there's 6 YouTubers in Big Matt's family.
Oh wow.
And I know about I could probably name about 3 of their channels. Obviously Outdoors with Big Matt. We got Cassidy's, and I can't think Cassidy's World, I think, and down under Texans Down Under, I think. Very cool.
About this, Gary?
Honeycombs, very
That's
cool.
one of my son's favorites.
Yeah, I eat those a lot. But are you? Can you put Peace Dragon's comment up? I can't see this. I'm getting older.
Well, he
Are
said.
you strange?
He says, "Are you a strange person too? That is what some people think of me. I enjoy it most of it."
I'm gonna have to move because my internet is shoddy right now.
Well,
are you a strange person? A lot of people think that I'm strange.
Well, I don't know what's normal
people
today.
But and also the thing is, this is me being family. This is me not cussing. I've not dropped the cuss word.
I'm very proud of you for that, Jay.
I am too, Jay.
You're being awfully respectful.
The reason why is because I'm just trying to. I know I got people mad. Every time I go on stream, I even made Tom Garvey cuss.
Oh my goodness!
Tom Garvey's panel when I started.
Oh goodness!
But let's see, somebody's
wife.
Well, I'm happy that you're being respectful.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've been very respectful because I'm big. I want people to know that I do give people respect.
Yeah.
And the thing is, I've been hanging out with a few people that didn't give me the respect and were talking over me.
Right.
And I'm just like, so I actually got the moniker "Let Go, Let God." Not and just letting God help, because that's something that I've been in situations where I just wanted a couple weeks ago, and then one of my friends told me, "Don't quit." I have friends that are telling me not to quit YouTube. I've been stressed out lately. It's been stressed with
Well,
all the
see,
stuff that
that's-
I've been dealing with.
It's just part of life, Jake.
I think that, somebody asked me one time what the meaning of life is. And I think I kind of surprised them with my answer. My answer was, struggle is
Yeah.
really the meaning of life. And I think the reason
Yeah.
why I responded that way at that time is just the fact that, life is a struggle.
Hmm.
We have everybody's struggle is different. And, I try to be mindful of that, regardless of who I'm talking to.
Sure.
Yeah.
And I think that helps. If I try to keep that in mind when I'm dealing with most anybody, because you can't ever tell what anybody went through.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Whether,
Yeah, everybody's got their own story, you know.
That's right.
Yeah.
And so,
You know.
by the
Sorry.
way, we have gone a little over 2 hours.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we
My throat is starting to give out a little bit, so I think we're going to shut it down.
sounds like a plan.
Yep.
Thanks for
I-
having me up, Gary.
Sounds like a
my
Y'all
plan,
take
Stan.
care.
My pleasure, Charlotte.
Thank
Fact is, I may do a live stream at some point tomorrow, just trying to make up a few hours, but
Yeah, you should.
I'm just a little tired.
All right, take care. I'll see you again soon.
Thanks for coming in, Charlotte. It's good to see you again,
Bye bye.
and good to see you too, Jake. Let me thank you.
I want to recall Coyote's last message where he's got a message.
Let's
Sorry.
see. 100% disabled combat veteran got dyslexia from cross pattern. Don't give a, I never give up,
Bleep.
never surrender by the grace of God. There we go.
God.
And Carnegie is scared. Okay.
Yeah.
We'll put on your big boy britches and, go talk with Lieutenant Burton. He'll look out for you. And
Thank you.
we're going to end it in 3, 2,